What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman here for Stokastic.com, back again with the NFL DFS contenders for Thursday Night Football, Browns and Steelers. Now, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter, @Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comment section, what do you like? What do you dislike? Who are your favorite plays for tonight's slate? And finally, I need you to go sign up at Prize Picks. There's a link in the description of this video. If you click it, you'll head on over to Prize Picks, make a deposit. They'll match that deposit up to $100. You don't need an optimizer. You're picking player props, over-unders. You hit 5 of them, you'll net up to 10x your entry fee. Plenty of tools at Stokastic that can help you out as well. Now we're rounding out the bottom of my top 10 with the Steelers defense, Amari Cooper, Kareem Hunt, Chase Claypool, and the Browns defense. Yuck. Who will be my top 5 plays for today? My favorites. Time to find out. In first at number 5, we've got Najee Harris, 13,500, projected for just over 12 fantasy points. The Steelers are 4.5-point underdogs in this one with a 38.5-point total. We are not expecting a ton of offense here. 3% likelihood that Harris goes for north of 30. There's a 10% chance that he is your optimal MVP, plus another 31% at utility. Gets up to the 41% mark. You kind of know what you're going to get out of Harris here, and we sort of know what we expect to get out of Harris. He's going to be involved in the passing game. You know they're going to lean on him a little bit for the run game. This isn't the type of game that's going to have a ton of scoring, so everything he does in the passing game, I think, is very important. Even in a half-point PPR, those receptions help because we just don't expect high-level scoring. Next up at number 4, we've got DIONTAE Johnson. He is 12K, projected for 10.5 fantasy points. Again, Steelers are just underdogs here. You're going to need some receptions even at a half-point PPR. 4% likelihood that Johnson goes for more than 30. 10% chance he is your optimal MVP, which means you don't need a huge day out of Johnson. I think like 23, 24 fantasy points will probably get it done in the MVP spot. 34% likelihood that he is optimal at the flex spot as well. Just a little bit higher than Najee Harris. Just squeaks him out, but really, you could pick and choose between those two guys, and there's not a lot of difference. There's only one other guy that isn't a quarterback ranked ahead of DIONTAE Johnson. Sort of. More of a tie. Tied at the 44% mark with Nick Chubb. He is number 3. Chubb is 16K, which is way too big of a price tag for today, but still totally works because of the rest of this slate. Projected for 14 fantasy points. Cleveland, the favorites here. You expect them to rely on Chubb, but you know you have Kareem Hunt out there as well. 5% likelihood that Chubb goes for more than 30, but this is the biggie. 20% chance that he is your optimal MVP. You can very easily see the path to Nick Chubb being the guy you need on a day like today. Only 24% likelihood that he is optimal at the utility spot. That's where it gets dicey. Because of that 16K price tag, I don't want to say that it's MVP spot or bust, because that's not the case, but I expect him to be over-owned at utility. I think there's a decent chance that I want to go to more of Nick Chubb at MVP, not less. Now we get to the quarterbacks and we get to JACOBY BRISSETT, 14K, projected for just shy of 14 fantasy points. Oh, this one's gross. 5% chance that he goes north of 30, 15% likelihood he's your optimal MVP, but because of the price tag, $2,000 cheaper than Nick Chubb, he's just more efficient at the flex spot, at the utility spot. 34% likelihood there. That's not too shy of some of these guys. Like, he's ahead of Chase Claypool just at utility. I'm not even talking about the fact that JACOBY BRISSETT could just potentially score a couple touchdowns. That gets JACOBY BRISSETT to the number 2 spot. He's ahead of Chubb here, and I'm not surprised. The $2,000 savings to get a quarterback just raises the floor of your lineup so significantly. That's where I want to be today. Now, before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter @Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments who your favorite plays are, and then go sign up at Prize Picks using the link in the description of this video. Your number 1 contender for today, obviously, MITCH Trubisky, 14,500. So again, $1,500 cheaper than Chubb. Projected for about 14 fantasy points. They are the underdogs here. I guess you expect Trubisky to have to throw a little bit. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. 3% likelihood to go for more than 30. 16% chance to be your optimal MVP, and another 35% at that utility spot. That puts Mitch Trubisky as the only guy to get north of 50% likelihood to be in the optimal. But let's be clear here. This is a very, very difficult slate because of the lack of scoring. Everybody kind of gets smushed together a little bit more, and there are paths to go very different directions. It's going to be a very rare occurrence to see both defenses show up in the top 10. Good luck with your lineup construction today. Make sure you're watching all of the shows that we have at Stokastic, including the 2-hour deeper dive live before lock combo for the final 2 hours before you get up to 8:20 or whenever this game kicks off. Those guys are going to have a lot more information for you. For right now, I'm very nervous about this slate because Mitch Trubisky is my #1 contender. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NFL DFS contenders for Thursday Night Football, Steelers and Browns. DraftKings version of this video is around here somewhere, so check it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win a little bit of money. We're back again tomorrow morning for another edition of the Contenders.